Anti-Afro Svengalis. First thing, I want to make a point to recognize those of you who have been so strong, so dedicated, so supportive when it comes to the channel, the things that we have been doing, our mission, me personally, being inquisitive, providing information that has been essentially life-saving. I will forever be indebted. I so appreciate everything that you all have done. Be sure to check the community wall because I'm going to be posting an announcement about a special supporter appreciation project / drawings. Be sure to keep watch on the community page. Here's what I want to let you all know. The person who made a living off of lying on Larry Reed until he got his ass handed to him by a federal judge. This is Darryl Moore, aka Demon Magnet, who's in cahoots with the queen of the demon-infused live streams. Let me see your handcuffs. Needs a new project because he's been shut down by federal court. He can't make money off Larry Reed anymore. He has to delete his videos, which he tried to avoid at first. Initially, after the court order was handed down after the injunction, he kept talking about Larry Reed. So now he's under a reinforced court order to zip it. So I guess he needs a new project. He needs to find a way to make money off folks. I'm coming on here. I'm not going to play their voices. I'm not going to send you to their links, but I am going to make sure those out there are aware of some very important facts. One, I'm absolutely not going to be going back and forth with any DM. Let me see your handcuffs. Your ride is coming around the bend. It's going to pick you up and take you on a ride that you have never, ever been on in your life. So hang tight. DM is going around saying, when they discovered who I am, I went fade to black. Now that they got my name was posted on Umar Johnson's Facebook in 2018. Those of you who've been around know that I never omit my name from any request, any complaint that I submit anywhere. Nobody was ever told, don't tell Umar Johnson. Don't give this to Umar Johnson. He got my name from an email that somebody sent to the Black Student Union. I don't care. It isn't the fact that he has my name, it's what he did. That's the difference. Duh, people don't seem to understand that. How the hell am I going to be hiding, just stupid asses? See, that just goes to show how little sense people have. I went on to record 2,200 videos. I'd hardly call that fading to black. You see how people come in here? They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Run their mouths. Shut down by a federal judge. Try to defy those orders. The orders were reinforced. And now he has to come up with some more bullshit. I am not going to be dealing with this dude. He's going to have to fight and find a way to make more money that he made, just like he did off Larry Reed. He's not going to be able to make that kind of money. That is water under the bridge. But him lying and saying that I'm fading to black. So what? Someone has my name. You all have assigned me to be a criminal. You say I have a criminal record. You put me in a trailer. You said I'm white. You say I'm Mexican. I have a white husband. What else are you going to come up with? I don't care if you have my license number. What is that going to do? What you need are behaviors like, let me see your handcuffs, if you want me sanctioned. There is nothing that you will ever find that I've done anywhere near what let me see your handcuffs has done or what DM has done. You can pick, if you will say, the worst thing I've ever done in my life wouldn't even come close to this bullshit. So keep looking, have a great time looking and pulling up all these people whose names are similar to mine. One of these days, you're going to run into something you're going to regret. You're going to be messing with the wrong person, pulling up the wrong person whose name is similar to mine. I don't care if you have a license number. You need an actionable claim. And I would never stop you. File away. Umar Johnson said he's been filing complaints on me. Dempsey said he's been filing complaints on me. I've never received a single communication from the board. Why? Because you're full of shit, and they obviously know that. There's nothing for you to do anything to me with, but have at it. Continue doing what you do. I want to point out something very important and quite remarkable. In that article, DM was interviewed. I think it's Essence magazine. He disclosed that he was in a psychiatric facility for 2 months. This was all centered around, according to him, assaulting a child. He apparently was either a teacher or aide or something. And just last night, he said he was facing 60 years. I received that clip this morning. Somebody facing 60 years in prison assaulted a student and claims he was cleared, but he was fired. Okay, fine. You were cleared by the law. You were cleared by the law. He didn't learn his lesson. He gets on bragging about hitting a child with a belt buckle in a school setting. And let me see your handcuffs is laughing. In this business, we do not refer to people with mental health issues as crazy. We do not refer to people who have either voluntarily or involuntarily been placed in psychiatric inpatient treatment as crazy. I just find it remarkably ironic that this is the label that DM wants to choose for me. Now, had I been placed in a psychiatric facility, I would have long before today, before I even came onto YouTube, I would be shouting it to the high heavens as a story of success. That isn't my experience. I have many other experiences that I sure as hell would never share in this space. It doesn't include inpatient psychiatric treatment, but I just point the irony of the label that DM is trying to place on me. These are the kind of people who think I'm going to sit up here and actually make a channel dedicated to them and talking about them. I'm not going to do that. Let me see your handcuffs is my focus. Holding Let me see your handcuffs accountable for all the shit she has done, including stealing from anti-fraud warriors. But I have that statute of limitations down. I'm not worried about that now. You are going to be answering to a whole lot of other shit that you have done. I don't give a damn how many videos you scrubbed. We have the documentation. We have what we need to have to hold your ass accountable. Now, let me clarify the we. I'm doing one strategy and there are some others. So there are actually two sets of strategies coming down for you, let me see your handcuffs, that you're going to have to deal with. While you sit here and make these snide comments about me being sued in federal court, absolutely, honey, but I actually have a lawyer. I don't have a blow-up doll lawyer like you do. Mine actually exists, and you can see him on Pacer. Go check it out. I wish I had the time to take this on myself, but unfortunately, I do not. Otherwise, I would have been filing these papers. That would have upset the anti-ADOS crowd if I dared to go into court and represent myself. Oh my goodness. We can't do that. This is our country, but they get to tell us what we should and shouldn't be doing. Okay, got that clear. But let me see your handcuffs. Let's see the name of your attorney. You are a liar. We don't believe you have a lawyer. Even if you do, who gives a shit? You cannot stop us from telling the world what you did. Factually speaking, including directing people. You keep saying, I didn't call CPS. You directed people to call CPS, false reporting on an individual. You posted this shit in a live stream and you told people what to do. That is the same thing as calling. And how do we know you didn't call? We don't care. You did it. You did it to breaking the culture of silence. You've done tons more to her. So you're going to sit up here and try to talk shit about people. Like I said, you're ready to go on the ride of your life. DM cannot help you. You three are going to be soon related in ways more than you ever could imagine. You, Marcellus, and DM. So stick together. Let's see how much money you are able to come up with to defend yourself in lawsuits and come back and talk about it. Talk about it openly. And by the way, I'm going to be posting a video on this federal lawsuit. All lawsuits are not created equal. Let me give you one distinction. What you have with the DM case that Larry Reed brought, essentially a restraining order, an injunction prohibiting DM from ever mentioning Larry Reid's name again. Cannot post any videos about him, cannot have other people post videos about him. And those of you out there talking shit about Larry Reid, your day is going to come. When I say talking shit, I'm talking about slander, continuing to claim that he molested children. And I'm no rep of Larry Reid. I'm not repping Larry Reid, I'm representing what's right. You are also going to be in line to get your asses handled. People are not going to be putting up with the slanderous bullshit. So the difference between this situation, this court case that just is trying to get wrapped up with DM sued by Larry Reid, the injunction is fully enforceable, it's in place. With this other case here, the judge denied the injunction. There is no basis for an injunction. And the injunction is pretty much the meat and potatoes of this so-called lawsuit. So if the injunction didn't survive, what makes you think this is going to go anywhere? It isn't. This is my assessment. Of course, the judge will make the final ruling, but the injunction was denied. People, listen, I've got projects I'm working on. I will make sure you know what they are. One of them will not be posting videos about DM. I'm going to stay on Let Me See Your Handcuffs because she has a lot of shit she needs to be held accountable for. And you're going to hear about it right here. She ran this shit up in public. You're going to hear about everything that we are doing to make sure she's held accountable right here in public. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.